Gents, my Houston Rockets, are in the NBA Finals. For the first time in NBA history after I was born, they're in the NBA Finals.
You've been waiting for this day for a long time, Jeremy.
I mean, I was like -1 years old when they were last in the finals. So,
yeah.
And then you shut your PlayStation off and woke up.
Yeah. I wasn't playing on rookie mode. I was playing on Hall of Fame mode, if I mind you. I always play on Hall of Fame mode. Okay. But anyways, the Rockets are in the NBA Summer League Finals. Which is still the finals. Some kind of finals. It's a championship. And they're playing tonight against the Cavs. Against Emoni Bates, the star of the Summer League, next to Cam Whitmore, who is the MVP of the Summer League. MVP, Cam Whitmore. Future MVP for the NBA. Probably a steal in the draft. Been looking so good. So great. Oh. He also has a chip on his shoulder, and I like that vibe. I just like it. He just wants to score and wants to lead a team. He's got that.
He's gritty, isn't he?
He's gritty, man. He's gritty. I didn't like him his first 2 games because he had tunnel vision, but ever since then, he's been able to pass, facilitate, and even without Jabari and Tari Eason, who only played 2 games of Summer League, and now he's got all these like undrafted players and like a second round.
Even Amen Thompson wasn't playing.
But yeah, he sprained his ankle.
Yeah.
So, it's wonderful, guys. It's even better than Jimmy Butler dating Shakira. It's even better.
How did he pull that off? I really am curious about that.
I mean,
she just watches his playoff performance.
He plays in Miami, so I'm assuming that she lives in Miami. Kind of like
one would assume.
Kind of put 2 and 2 together, right?
I mean, he was already putting a great performance on the court. Off the court, this is just generational what we're seeing from Jimmy Butler.
I mean, Selena Gomez, Shakira, and Rachel Nichols. That's a big 3.
He had Selena Gomez?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently he did.
I mean, if this man isn't in the Hall of Fame tomorrow, there's something wrong with the league. This is just a generational run.
Jimmy Butler's putting Wilt Chamberlain numbers on and off the court.
Yeah. No, he's putting up 100-plus points off the court, but not really on the court because that's a technicality.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yes, of course. And if you kind of wonder, Shakira and Rachel Nichols are over 40 years old, but they still look great.
AJ, nothing but a number.
Yeah. Well, if you're rich, yeah.
From the MILF hunter himself, Zach Wilson.
Oh, okay. Always a great time on Cut the Nets, fellas. We were so close to not bringing that up. I knew as soon as you said the age, though, Jeremy.
Oh, boy. Anyways, this is Cut the Nets episode 31. Side note, it was going to be 32, but 31 was taped last week, and the audio file corrupted. Sad.
Boo.
Sad. But don't worry, YouTube fans. No, don't worry. Don't worry, you 34 subscribers, you lovely 34 subscribers. We'll make sure that those clips get uploaded, and they'll be uploaded as sections, as segments of our Cut the Nets discography. We've got our episode 31, the Jason Terry episode, the Spencer Haywood episode, the what other jerseys? Reggie Miller episode.
Seth Curry.
Reggie Miller
Reggie Miller. I like Reggie Miller.
Seth Curry is
31.
30.
I thought he was 31. I could be tripping.
No, Seth was 31.
I think he also had 31 too. I'm just agreeing because I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, if you've enjoyed our journey so far, please like the video.
All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
It's not that hard. It takes.
Yeah, just those.
It makes a massive difference. Cue Rusty Buckets. It makes a massive difference.
And check out our socials. I heard they got a new social media star running the show.
Oh yeah, I heard that Cut the Nets _BSP, which is on Twitter and Instagram and Spotify. I heard that some great social media manager is like conducting like great postings on it, and people are really getting into it. So I mean, whoever that might be, I want to know because they're hacking us both. Brian.
Yeah, I don't know who. I mean,
honestly,
I heard his first name rhymes with lion, but other than that, I didn't know.
Lion Brian. That sounds like a Trump nickname for you, Brian.
All right.
He just adopted it. He said, "Yep."
Lion Brian.
Animal. I was thinking like the animal lion, like Brian the lion, shit like that. But
you could say like Brian the Lion.
I mean, I could be like LeBron James and be like the Lion King.
Or LeBron James Ramos.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're trying too hard.
Hold on. If there's a fourth ball, brother, if Lil Dicky's the fourth ball, the fourth ball, I think I could be a SoundCloud rapper and be the fourth James member.
Yeah, you could. Wait, who's the third James? Who's the second James? Besides Bronny.
Don't they also have a daughter?
Bronny, Bryce, Zuri, and then Brian's apparently the fourth James kid now.
Oh. So, like, okay. So then, would LeBron have to, like, are you like a mulatto? Or are you, like, actually, like, black, but you're like Michael Jackson? So you can, like, how's that work?
I was lost in translation.
Fair. Anyways, we've got a few things to get over. And you stop.
We're off to a rousing start.
We are, dude. I love it. I love the vibe. Love the energy. It's great all around.
I've missed Andy on the pod.
Andy, we missed you.
Always a good time.
We missed you, Andy.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Andy Diederich is our guest today for Cut the Nets. He's a frequent guest. He's a frequent guest.
Well, Hunter Wabbit's on this podcast today.
Frequent guest on this podcast, and he is available for our episode taping today. And are you ready for these finals?
Dude, I mean, honestly, when people said like the Cavs and Rockets couldn't do it, like we proved them wrong, man. Granted, this is the summer league, and maybe 4 people are going to watch the game tonight, but me and you are 2 of those 4, and I'm very excited for it.
And Patrick Yen.
Yeah, shout out to Patrick Yen, fellow BSP writer.
And also,
Cleveland.
That's it. Because, like...
That's probably...
Yeah, because, like, there's no other Cavs fans because they're all LeBron fans, right?
Yeah. Well, Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, yeah, but that's right. Machine Gun Kelly. Who could I forget?
Kid Cudi Kid Cudi's weird these days,
Scott's weird. He's a weird guy. Yeah.
But he makes good music.
I like saying his first name because, like, you know, people don't know who he is. Who's Scott Miscuddy? Like, no, it's...
You think you're so sick.
I am. I think I am. I really do.
He's undesirable, as I said.
Yeah. Number 1. This is it.
Oh, wow. We're shirt reading
now? Dude. Harry Potter. You know how long I've had this shirt?
Too long.
Yeah. It's been like 14 years.
Jeez.
Side note, this is not basketball related, but like I wore this shirt for the first time because I got it from like I guess my 13th birthday. My grandma gave it to me, and I loved Harry Potter and stuff, and it was like the Deathly Hallows Part 1 or whatever. One of the movies came out, and then I wore the shirt in 8th grade, and then like my school bully who bullied me, he like looked at my shirt, he goes, "You are undesirable," and then walked away.
Oh, yeah. That was rude.
I didn't really understand, like, oh shit, I'm wearing the shirt, and I'm like, oh, it's just Harry Potter, but I guess because it's literally all in caps on number 1, and yeah, it kind of fits the bill, doesn't it?
Start a hashtag free Jeremy if you're still watching this.
Hashtag free Jeremy if you're watching this. By the way, like and subscribe,
please.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Anyways, let's get to
click the bell.
Click that bell so you don't miss a beat of all of our shenanigans on Cut the Nets.
Ding.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get to basketball because that's what we are. We're a basketball podcast.
Forgot about that for a second.
Me too. Me too, man. I did. But yeah, let's talk about the summer league, y'all. Like the Rockets they're 5-0 in the summer league. I mean, they've got 4 Rockets players who want to be on that roster, and of course, you got Cam Whitmore, who's the star of the summer league, who's definitely going to get some minutes on this roster. It's such a great feeling. The fact that we have a projected top 5 pick, but because maybe injury history and like not very good on post-game interviews or in workouts, like when it comes to like socializing with the team, he slots back at 20, and we're able to pick this guy, and it's great. And we've seen his play, we've seen how he works well with his teammates after like a couple of shaky games, but hey, good shooting shaky games, albeit. He looks really poised to do very well in his first year in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched really any summer league game other than the Nets Cavs semifinal yesterday. That was like the only summer league game I watched in full, and one of the Heat games. But I've seen the highlights. I mean, Cam Whitmore, I've seen Villanova a bit in college, so I knew what he could do offensively, and I definitely knew he was going to have some of those early struggles, like Jeremy mentioned, with in terms of tunnel vision, just because he's a score first player and he can get at the paint at will. I mean, he's a beast. I even saw that one play where he just ran some dude over again to the rim. I don't know why he fell, maybe because it's the personality issue still, but this is looking a steal and a half for the Rockets. I mean, Summer League MVP is just a check off Whitmore's NBA bucket list. I still think he has a bright future, starting with all rookie team, maybe even if Victor Wembanyama didn't exist, rookie of the year, low key. But
yeah, I would probably say a finalist rookie of the year, but I wouldn't say
he'll get votes.
Yeah, he'll get votes for sure, but like it's going to be either Victor or Scoot. That's my guess.
Yeah, but. No, I'm really high on Whitmore, and he even showed off the defensive end because it was that one game where he had like 6-8 steals, like something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, dude, he was carving up defenders like crazy, especially with those quick hands at the top of the key. Oh man, like the thing is, I know he likes to show off whenever he gets the ball into a fast break and then dunks it, but he dunks it every single time. And I know that like young players like doing that, but I'm like, hey, be careful. You got to preserve your athleticism. You don't want to pull a D Rose or something like that. You want to make sure you land on the balls of your feet, or just don't dunk the ball as much. We know you can dunk. I think he's a finalist for the slam dunk contest if he wanted to.
They like putting the young guys in the contest, even if they're not that well known, just because they're so like high flying. I mean, shit, we saw Mac McClung, who played 2 NBA games before then, and then he put on one of the greatest slam dunk competition performances in history.
They took him from the G League. I mean,
yeah. They gave him a Sixers jersey, despite the fact that he never played a game for the Sixers.
Nah, he just won that. He just won that prize money. That's it.
Yeah, respectable.
Literally that prize money.
It's probably more than he's normally getting paid anyway.
Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about the Joel Embiid recent news right now? Speaking of the Sixers.
Sure, yeah, we'll talk about it.
He did just win the MVP, so
he did.
It would make sense.
He did. So
Fraudulent.
with all this, yes. Well, I mean, like I said before, Nikola Jokic pulled a Michael Jordan to Charles Barkley. You win MVP, I'll win my third ring or second ring, whatever. But yeah, Joel Embiid was like on this panel, I guess. I don't know what it was or where he was, but he was talking to some interviewer, and he was saying that he wants to win or chip, and he doesn't care whether it's going to be with the 76ers or with another team. Now, he hasn't said that before in his career, ever. He wanted to win with Philadelphia and trusted the process after he got drafted. And now, after being on the team for, 9 years now?
Yeah.
With respect to that first year or first couple of years when he was injured. It's well enough that he's a veteran now. He's a veteran star.
That he is.
Is he trying to channel like a Damian Lillard type of thing, or is he still able to contend for Philly?
I think depending on when he leaves, if he leaves, I think it all starts with James Harden, because he's going to make his decision based off that. If they get a haul for James Harden, maybe he stays. He wants to stay with James Harden, so if James Harden stays, I think he'll definitely stay and wait a year out. But yeah, so it all depends on Harden. So I'm not expecting him to make a rash decision either way anytime soon. But I saw the odds of where Embiid could go via trade.
New York.
You guys are happy your teams are in the finals tonight.
New York.
We could be getting Joel Embiid, man. It's plus 200, 2-1 odds that he goes to the Knicks. But there's also, unfortunately, second highest, plus 250 odds for him going to Brooklyn, the more poverty New York franchise. But I'm still taking that. As a Knicks fan, we were linked to everyone this offseason.
You're
Paul
always
George, we
linked
didn't
to
want to
everybody,
extend
dude.
him.
You're always
Carl Anthony. Oh, it pissed me off. Carl Anthony Towns, we didn't want that contract. There was a Kobe Bryant year. There was LeBron. There was drafting Steph Curry. There was Durant, Kyrie. We're always linked to stars. It never happens. But I think the Knicks roster is set in stone. Maybe they sign a backup power forward like a Christian Wood or something. But that's about it. I think they really make their splash next year. So whether that's if Embiid wants to leave next year, he's a possibility. If Giannis is disgruntled, that's a possibility. Because the Knicks have a lot of draft capital, and not as much as Brooklyn or the Thunder. Though that's just ridiculous, the draft capital they have. But the Knicks also have some young assets that are easily tradable. So I think the Knicks could go in, not all in like for now, but for the year after. That's when they make their mark. I just don't know how they're going to do it.
You think they'll go another year with Julius Randle?
Yeah, because I mean, as soon as they traded Obi Toppin, that was when I knew Randle wasn't getting touched. Because they trade Randle, you then have no power forwards on the roster.
True.
And have an article about it coming in soon. Like, they planned on Josh Hart being the new backup 4, and at 6'4", 216, he'd get picked apart. And then
Yep.
I've been talking about it in my articles and on the pod. One of the Knicks' biggest issues is floor spacing, and they have Jericho Sims as their third center, and he's 6'11", 245, and he can't shoot if his life depended on it. So that would hurt the court spacing even more if he was the 4. And the only other person I would have wanted if Randall was traded was Jeremy Grant, and he just got paid in Portland, so they're not moving him anytime soon.
Overpaid.
Well, the Houston Rockets are the captains of overpaying, so it was just that type of offseason. But
Well, the Blazers didn't need to like extend him to that big of a contract. The Rockets needed Fred and Dylan. So the more I look into like why they signed those players to those big contracts, the more I know and kind of realize why they did it. Like, they've made some huge strides. They're gonna make the play-in team. I'm betting on it. They'll be a play-in team, at least.
they could,
It could definitely be a play-in.
or they should. I'm gonna say they should.
I mean, that's not. I mean, Ime Udoka isn't settling. He's gonna go for the playoffs. That's his game plan.
Ime Udoka seems like a Thibodeau with an actual purpose, though. Like, he's still like kind of like Tibbs, like gonna wanna do whatever he can to make the playoffs. Like, he's not gonna settle for a rebuild, but he's still gonna do it the right way and play the young guys and like not pick favorites and stuff. Like, I feel like he's a very tough nosed like.
He's a players coach. I feel like he understands the players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why Boston like still wanted to keep him despite the whole like controversy. Like, they gave him a year suspension, but we're like, hey, like, you can come back. I think just because it was probably because of popular demand. I think the players coach title for him is a very accurate moniker. With a group of young guys that there is in Houston, you know what? I'll agree with you, Jeremy.
You will.
They're going to make at least the play in this year.
I'm gonna be so excited. So excited.
Write that down. I'll bet.
Write
on
it
that.
down.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, I might have to do it in post.
Digitally, whatever.
No, I'll do it in post.
Is the Toyota Center going to have Summer League champs and NBA inaugural in-season champion next to it hanging out in the rafters?
In the rafters? If they want to get
In-season.
made fun of by other fans and other teams, sure. But so I don't think that's what they want to do, though. I think holding a Summer League trophy if you win is kind of weird. I don't know. I just feel like that's just if you win a Summer League trophy, you're like, oh great, yeah, awesome. I'm just gonna put it in my closet, deep into my house or apartment that no one can ever see, and I only show it to like my teammates that I played against or played alongside, because that's what we got together, and that's what we're gonna hold true and hold those memories together. But
Shoot,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
to
like-
a fan or something.
to
I
like
don't know.
flex on, whoever, and I mean whoever. I mean like if you flex on anybody, like a homeless guy that I got a Summer League trophy, they're gonna laugh.
Yeah, it's like being like the captain of your summer camp dodgeball team. That's what
It's like
winning,
being equipment manager for
NBA
for Ohio State. Like you still get a trophy for it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
As an equipment manager for Maris football, I'm standing it.
Yeah, there we go. See, yeah,
You're
Jeremy.
standing it.
We did a lot of hard work.
Fuck.
Wait, what happened? You said, "Oh shoot, fuck," huh?
Oh no, because I realized like I said the wrong word. Yeah. No, I did not approve.
Good. I was like, why are
too.
you standing this? Are you just trying to support Andy or something?
Yeah, no, I'm an idiot. Equipment managers matter too.
Yeah, you're over him. You're always going to be over him, literally, technically, and figuratively. So like, you kind of have to not stand him. It would defeat the purpose.
I did not rub up thousands of balls, baseball.
No. Hey, out of pocket. Whoa. All right, you like rubbing balls.
Baseballs. Oh no, I can't recover from that. Okay.
Don't.
All right.
Yeah, you were gonna say something like that may have been a jab at Brian, but then you just jabbed yourself.
It was going to be so profound. It was going to be so well articulated and just an absolute banger. And then I had to say thousands.
It kind of feels like a fallout.
Mike Green was screaming bang for something else for you.
Oh my god, you fell out. You fell off, man. You had a huge fallout, just like the Brooklyn Nets social media.
Picture of the catcher.
Oh, what a pitcher! Ooh, yeah.
Is Andy the pitcher or the catcher?
What kind of question is that?
Brian, I'm trying to segue into the net social media fallout. Let's go.
We can reset. My bad. We can reset. My bad.
Do you still want to say the pitcher catcher?
No,
I'm good.
Net social media fallout. Let's go. I am the king of transitions. Let's come on.
Segue.
Hello.
Oh, was that? Am I saying it?
Yes, you're saying it. You wanted to talk about it.
All right, my bad.
Oh my god.
So the Brooklyn Nets have been having a social media fallout. So if you guys didn't see, Tyler Hero and Ben Simmons were working out together at UMiami, and so they're getting some shots up. They both follow each other on Instagram. And then, so that was a little interesting. But then if it couldn't get even more interesting, Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Thomas, and then I believe Spencer Dinwiddie, don't quote me on it, all unfollowed the Nets on Instagram and then got rid of anything Nets affiliated with their social medias. So, a bunch of different things. One, is the Damian Lillard trade happening sooner than I thought? 2, is Ben Simmons somehow not involved in that deal, or is he going to Miami? Is Hero staying? Because he's already at Miami, which is nearby from where the Heat play. And 3, and I know Jeremy wants to hammer it more, but I think this is just such petty, like, middle school shit, man. Like,
this happens all the time.
These teams drafted you, brought you into the league, gave you millions of dollars, and yet it happens all the time, and it pisses me off every time. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just stubbornness, thinking that they're above the franchise. Like, if I was an NBA player and I got traded or I just left in free agency, I wouldn't unfollow them. I would be like the old school, like writing a long thank you for everything they've done and stuff and whatever. I just think it's child's play.
I do too. Honestly, like, this happens with a lot of players, especially with players that have a lot of entitlement, like star players and stuff. Like, you saw, like, in several off seasons ago and during the trade deadlines for a couple of seasons here and there, like, you would see a certain player that is on trading block or on trade rumors, they would unfollow their team or unfollow their players, and like NBA Retweet would tweet it and be like, ooh, I emoji, and it's like, really you're gonna just unfollow your team on Instagram to indicate that you want to be traded or you don't want to play for the team anymore? Like, it's just such petty bullshit. Like, it's so I don't know. It just feels like high school gossip to me. Like, if I was in the NBA, and I never will be because I'm 5'7", I'm no Muggsy Bogues, but if I was in the NBA, I was like a star player, I honestly would be cool with just getting the minimum and be like killing it. I'll just take a 2-year deal, $10 million, and I know that my like star caliber player skill set is worth way more than that, but I wouldn't care. I always take a pay cut. I live very frugally. But still, if I hated a team, or not really hated a team, if I didn't want to be with the team anymore, I would just say, hey, I'm requesting a trade. Or hey, I don't like this team right now. Let's see what we can do to make it better, so you'll have me stay. I'm not gonna unfollow you on Instagram. Like, no, it's stupid. It's petty shit.
It definitely feels like it's like you can make like the movie Mean Girls into this. Like, oh my God, like he unfollowed the team on Instagram as if like, oh my God, where do we think he's gonna go? What's going on there? Does he want more money? Is he gonna hold out? Oh my goodness.
You know what also pisses me
off?
Did
you see what he was wearing?
You know what also pisses me off? The fact that when they like delete all their photos of themselves with the team on Instagram. This happens with a lot of NBA players, not just with the whole Nets social media fallout. But for the case of this, it's just like, dude, Tyler Hero, man up. Fucking Ben Simmons, man the fuck up. You're making like 10 times, 15 times more money than the average 25-year-old. Man the fuck up. Cam Thomas, man up. Like, just...
They post it or they'll delete the post or whatever, and it's like they think it's like deleting it, but it's like you can literally just look up like this Nets or whatever, and then it like shows up there. Like, I don't know what they really think they do something with this, and it's really not.
I mean, it just causes they stir the pot, and it like, you know, maybe causes like a speculation that okay, yeah, they might not be with the team in the near future, but you're just giving it away. You know, you're giving away all the suspense.
Yeah, that seems like there's definitely some desire to be in the limelight. There's definitely some like diva stuff going on.
You're making millions of dollars. Why would you want to be in the limelight?
I wish I could tell you. More people should have a social media like Kawhi Leonard's Twitter, where his only post is a picture with him and Barack Obama, and it's deep fried to all hell. And he hasn't posted a tweet since then.
Oh, actually, he posted his 32nd birthday. It was literally just him standing on his boat.
Oh, really? He posted?
Yeah, he didn't smile either.
Of course.
I can pull it up. Let me see if I can. We don't have a producer, by the way.
I'm actually interested. I didn't even see
We don't have a producer, by the way, but I'll pull it up.
Yeah, Jamie, pull that up. Oh, we don't have one. Oh.
Jamie?
Kevin Durant has probably the weirdest Twitter.
Kevin Durant?
Yeah, there was like, I always saw this TikTok of like NBA players. It was like they would just put up the tweet, and they were like, try to guess who said it. And everyone was like laughing, reading the tweet, and then clowning them and like, oh, it's Durant. And there was like, then there was one of them that was like a freaky one from Joel Embiid, and then
look,
and then
literally
they were, like,
that's him
laughing.
He's just standing on a boat.
That's like the first day of school picture your mom makes you take.
And he's 32.
Yeah,
he's so adorable.
Look at that. I love him. Look at you. Like, this is him being a fun guy. You know,
he's such a fun guy.
Yeah, dude. And like he just owns it. He kind of reminds me of that. Have you seen that TikTok guy on he like his name's Adam Jockle or something. This is like not NBA related, but like there's this guy that's been popping my For You page, and he's literally just this robotic NPC type guy where he literally talks about where he's at and what he's wearing and what he's gonna do over there. And it's usually going to Starbucks and trying like his favorite latte. It's weird. I'll show you guys in
That's
post.
Kawhi.
That's Kawhi. Literally,
That's Kawhi.
With no personality, just straightforward. Yeah.
I'm a fun guy.
But how did we get to this, by the way? Totally forgot. Oh, social media fallout. That's right.
Right. Yeah.
Kawhi doesn't. I mean, like we didn't know that Kawhi was getting traded to the Raptors. We knew that he had issues with San Antonio because of reports from beat writers, but he wasn't unfollowing San Antonio. He
didn't stir the pot.
He wasn't doing any of that. There was just some reports from social media and from news, NBA news media, that there were some issues with him in San Antonio. And then lo and behold, he gets traded. Seems pretty straightforward. That was more suspenseful than him just unfollowing the team, if he did that.
It just seems so silly, really, because it's just like, I don't know. Do we really care that much if you follow or don't follow the team? Just like, yeah, like you said, request a trade like a man, get it over with, and then get your rumors that you're going to go to the Knicks, and then don't go to the Knicks, and then everybody's happy.
All right, that was uncalled for. That was uncalled for.
I mean, the Knicks are always in talks.
They got Donovan Mitchell and still lost to us. So, like, Donovan Mitchell can carry Jalen Brunson's bags.
Yeah, he does.
I also forgot to say, earlier with the Nets fallout, because I think the even more dramatic and immature thing was Tyler Hero was saying that if somehow like whatever, like if Miami still gets Damian Lillard, and Hero ends up getting traded to Portland, he said that he's not going to ask for a trade, and even though he feels very disrespected by the Heat, no matter where he goes, whether it's gone or he doesn't get traded and he stays in Miami, he's not going to ask a trade because he said he's going to do what's best for him and his family, and they both love the city of Miami. Even though, I kind of see his point. Like, his name is just getting thrown around everywhere, and then it was getting to the point that the Portland doesn't even want Tyler Hero.
Which is weird.
So then they're trying to get like a third or fourth team involved. So
why don't they want Tyler Hero? That's like
because they have Scoot and Simons.
Okay, it's true. They do have Simons on that for that. And they have Sharp, who plays the 4. Or sorry, not the 4, the 3. Yeah, it'd be kind of weird for Tyler Hero. He would have to be like off the bench or something, unless they went small ball. But yeah, I could see why that wouldn't really be a match.
Yeah. And Tyler Hero is a great, I don't know if I'd go great yet, but he's a very good player, but he's obviously not Damian Lillard. So it is kind of shocking to just see his name getting passed around like this, but it's not every now and again that you're in serious talks for acquiring a superstar like Damian Lillard. So
yeah, no,
it just sucks, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and you got to try to get better and win a championship.
Business do be ruining people's way of life. It's just interesting to see where he ends up. I still think he ends up in Brooklyn because they have more assets. The Heat probably they've lost 2 of their key assets in Gabe Vincent as well as Max Strus.
So I don't really get why they would get him, but if there's any team that has the most assets to get him, the Thunder were looking at him.
The Thunder, honestly, I wouldn't mind if Lillard played for the Thunder. They have tons of
I know they have
ways
1,000 draft picks, but what would a trade even look like? Because you're obviously not trading Chet, you're not trading Shai Gilgeous out SGA. I mean, do you maybe trade Josh Giddey? Who would the Thunder even view as untouchable?
I would say Josh Giddey, Shea, Chet, and then maybe
that's probably it though.
Maybe J-Dub are untouchable.
Well, they're also high on Pokashevsky, but I guess once again, if you're getting Damian
tons of draft
Lillard,
picks.
It doesn't matter.
You're playing.
Yeah, but obviously Portland wouldn't want just draft picks.
Yeah, they would, wouldn't they? They're going into rebuild.
I think they're going to want a player.
They're not going to enter the playoffs. There's no way they're entering the playoffs. Not with trading Damian Lillard.
They're not going to just want only draft picks, but they're definitely going to want all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Second rounders that Presti has stockpiled.
Yeah, they're going to want some first rounders, so they can be in top 5 in the draft, almost for the next few years, so they can build around Scoot and Jeremy Grant.
So
I don't.
In the next 7 years, the Thunder have 35 draft picks, and 15 of them are first rounders.
Yeah, you probably would take 5 of those first rounders, or 4 of them. Give up maybe Jay Will, and then Damian Lillard. Boom. Hey.
It's going to be hard to keep all those 4 guys you mentioned untouchable, though, Jeremy. I feel like you at least have to give up J-Dub, and maybe Giddey too.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not though, because
I feel like Giddey is untouchable.
Portland has none of the leverage, and the trading team has all of the leverage in this case, since they know that Dame wants out. So that's a good point.
So,
I think maybe not both of them, but maybe one of those. One of them.
Yeah, I'd say one of them.
You also have to look at Damian's injury history. He's been great on the court when he's on the court. He had a really good season last year, but he hasn't really played more than 65 games. Not since 2021 or the bubble.
That sounds right.
I want to say We don't have a producer to fact check us, but I'm also very, very confident.
It's me. I'm doing it.
2020, 2021, he played 67 games.
Yeah. So he hasn't played more than 67 games or 65 games in 2023 or 2022. They shut him down, I believe, in 2022, and then he played a little over 50 games in 2023, and then had an injury. So yeah, he's still Damian Lillard. We're not doubting his talent or his contribution to a team as a superstar, but like, he's 32 years old, 33, 32. So if you're OKC and you want Lillard, you're going for a championship. You have a
the best
championship
ability
window.
is availability.
Yeah, you have a championship window of like maybe 3 or 4 years with Lillard being as good as he is, I would say.
Yeah, because he, believe it or not, which I didn't even know this, it was his highest scoring points per game. Like, he averaged the most points per game this past year of all the seasons of his career. Granted, he only played 58 games, but still, I had no idea he was doing that at 32 years old.
Yeah, he averaged like 32 and a half.
He was just unconscious on the court last year. But it was just him and a bunch of scrubs. Well, Anthony Simmons was good too, I would say. But and Shaden Sharp is going to be better this year.
Shaden Sharp could jump high.
He can jump high.
Nazir Little had a good year.
Yeah.
A decent year.
Oh, yeah. Nazir Little. I forgot about that. I forgot about him too. Nazir Little.
UNC
native.
Yeah.
Aha! Oh, just wait till I start writing about Ohio State hoops, and it's just me screaming at the microphone for 30 minutes.
Let's go. Hey, we'll have a little segment, Ohio State rants.
Just so I can get it out and don't have to yell at
Ohio State fireside chats.
Gather around, children. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to hurt somebody today if we don't turn this basketball around.
Gather around, somebody. I'm going to tell you why the fuck this team sucks.
Come on in, kids. Water's fine.
Yeah. Then I'm going to drown you into it. Yeah.
Jeremy's ready for that. I like that.
No.
Whoa.
All right.
Hey.
So let's maybe transition into, I guess, more Nets news. Darius Bazley, underrated pickup by the Brooklyn Nets. Previously, he played for the OKC Thunder, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. You're correct.
And was good when I saw him on screen. Didn't see him much on screen, but when I saw him beat my Rockets, he was good off the bench. Very good off the bench. Yeah, underrated pickup, I'll say. Brian? Andy?
He's 6'9".
Nice.
Kind of a bit of a lanky forward. He didn't do too well this past season. And also, like Jeremy said, didn't play. Only played much. He only played in 43 games this year. He actually was... he played 7 games with the Suns. So, he went from the Thunder to the Suns, actually.
Oh, okay. I don't think I saw him much playing on the Suns in the playoffs.
Kind of a lanky addition, bench addition. 2020, 2021 season and 2021, 2022 seasons were the best seasons of his career. He was actually a double-digit scorer. He's also only 23, and I really like the Brooklyn Nets are doing. I don't know when, but a big move is going to be made because they're signing a lot of low-tier, low-risk, high-reward players in Bazley. They've also gotten Dennis Smith Jr. They also had a solid draft in Dariq Whitehead, Noah Clowney, and Jalen Wilson. Jalen Wilson has been balling in the summer league too. They also had David Duke, and then they also signed Lonnie Walker. So they're filling a younger and more of a two-way bench because apparently Dennis Smith Jr. he's gotten better defensively. So
we'll have to see.
They're getting a lot of depth.
I haven't seen Dennis Smith Jr. on the court regularly since his Charlotte Hornets days. Yeah,
pretty much.
He was a monster with.
That was this season
with Dallas.
Yeah, he had some good moments.
Yeah, but it wasn't really much of a contribution on the Hornets, even with LaMelo Ball out, and then you had Malik, or not Malik, was it Miles Bridges? Out with that little gun issue and the arrest issue shifts.
With the issue, whatever.
He's back. He's back to playing. He picked up his player option.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh yeah, good for Miles.
Yeah,
Bridges.
Smith Jr. hasn't really been like a solid player since his first year
In Dallas.
with the Knicks, and then his like first 3 years in the NBA, and then he just became a bust after that.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, the Nets, they're cooking something. They're cooking some secret recipe that we don't really know of. Besides Cam Johnson with that massive contract, and they got Mikal Bridges, who's probably going to be their second option or their first option, depending on how Cam Johnson does well. They're going to be a pretty good defensive team, I'll say, with Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie on the team as well. So,
yeah, and down low, I mean, obviously, we're talking about the Bazley signing, but they already have Nick Claxton, who's proven himself to be one of the better interior defenders in the league.
yeah.
Kind of like what Brian said, this really is kind of a low-risk signing. Like, if it pays off big, because, I don't think they have that many, guys that you would call big men on the roster other than Claxton, Ben Simmons, if you want to count him, and I think Daron Sharp's on there too. But they're all, other than Ben Simmons, they're all younger guys that are still they have to hit their upswing. So I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to watch this Brooklyn Nets team, despite the fact that they don't really have that many bona fide guys that you would consider a superstar. You know what I mean?
They need to get another Jared Dudley on the team. They
just an old guy to be an asshole.
Yeah, because that's what made their team really special with D'Angelo Russell when he was there. And
the bench
mob.
You
just had Jared Dudley just messing it up with who was that guy?
With Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, yeah. Dude, he saw what no one else saw.
Yeah.
He saw through Ben Simmons' bullshit. And now Jared Dudley's not on the team anymore. He's an assistant coach, I believe. Ben Simmons is on the team now, which is funny.
Yeah, well.
But
he had the vision.
How the turntables. But, yeah, I guess not sure how to transition this into, but we can talk about more Summer League topics. Not just my Rockets, but Keegan Murray. Despite being in the playoffs for the first year of his rookie season, he goes back to get some reps in the Summer League. He went off, as you may know, because, it's Keegan Murray. And if you spend 1 year in the NBA and you go to a second year Summer League, you're gonna go off. You're definitely gonna go off.
Yeah.
Example, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr. I digress with my Rockets. But also, Isaiah Mobley did really well as well.
Well, yeah, back to the Keegan Murray part. Obviously you're going to be dominant in the Summer League, especially if you have 1 year of NBA experience. But keep in mind, Keegan Murray had the most experience out of anyone. He was a playoff starter. And obviously he comes into the Summer League, he's dominating. It was a game where he had 40 points. He was always putting up 20-plus points per game. Even had a couple double-doubles there. If it wasn't for Cam Whitmore, or maybe if the Kings Summer League team went farther, he would be a lock for the Summer League. But yeah, Isaiah Mobley's also been cooking. Kind of same thing. NBA on an NBA team already having some reps, and he actually had the game winner to beat the Nets because the game went to overtime. And in Summer League, they do a weird overtime kind of where they did that Kobe All-Star game where you have a target score, and Isaiah Mobley had the game-winning bucket to beat the Nets to get to this championship final. So,
yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see how players do well in the Summer League, and how it'll translate to maybe improving their game if they are coming into their sophomore season. For the next regular season of their career. I'm interested to see how Keegan Murray plays, even with the Kings being playoff contenders as they should be. We'll see if Keegan Murray has some upside and kind of comes into his own, along with De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, Harrison Barnes is back. I think Trey Lyles is also back, so we'll see what happens with the team. Be nice. So the Kings are going to be fun this year, more fun than they were last year. I'll definitely say that.
Beam team.
Yeah, light that beam. Light that beam, baby. All right. We can go to another trade. This happened a couple of days ago, I believe, or last
2 days ago.
A couple of days ago. The Nets.
Yeah,
not the Nets, the Suns.
Yeah, so the Suns made a trade, and a bit of a head scratcher at the time. They traded their backup point guard Cameron Payne, along with a 2025 second round pick that's the Pelicans, so it's not even theirs, and cash to the San Antonio Spurs. And the Suns get back a protected 2024 second round pick. So at the time, I was like, why did they trade him? He's kind of their only like actual point guard on the roster right now. When Chris Paul was hurt, he was starting. I like Cameron Payne a lot as a backup, but obviously couldn't be a starter. Now they have Bradley Beal. Either Bradley Beal or Devin Booker is going to be the point guard, but I still loved Cam Payne in the backup role. But it was to offload that contract to bring in Bol Bol. So I like that deal for the Suns. I really like Bol Bol. Especially to back up DeAndre Ayton when Ayton's kind of taken a downhill step in his game. So if Bol Bol can get some meaningful minutes on this somewhat lackluster of a Suns bench, because honestly, the Suns somehow upgraded their bench and got Brad Beal from last year. So, although I wouldn't say the Suns bench is great by any means, but if Bol Bol gets meaningful minutes, it's better. It's still not great, but I'm assuming Bol Bol is get some meaningful minutes here, he could be in the running for most improved or even sixth man of the year. But for the Spurs, I like the move. I also saw that there would have been a 3-team trade that actually stalled, hence Payne going to the Suns. It would have been Cam Payne going to the Knicks, TJ McConnell to the Suns, and Evan Fournier and draft pick compensation to the Pacers. And there was reports that even Jordan Nwora could have been involved. The Knicks would have got Payne in addition with a traded player exception for over $19 million. I would have loved that. Like I said, I like Cameron Payne.
That would have been a win-win-win for all teams.
Yeah, unfortunately it didn't happen. But Fournier is still going to get moved. I don't know why they didn't make that deal. It sounds like you said, a great deal for all teams.
Like you get TJ McConnell, who's a good backup point guard for the Suns, and they desperately need that since they got Bradley Beal, who's now their point guard. They're making that known, and I think that's going to be a disaster. And then you got Fournier leave the Knicks, as Brian's wish coming true, to the Pacers, who need bench depth. They have a great starting lineup, but now they need bench. So it's a no-brainer. I'm not sure why that didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it has to happen with this. I mean, Cameron Payne was going to go somewhere, so he goes to the Spurs, which I think is great. They have an extra backup point. For the Suns, again, I agree with you, Brian. This is kind of a head-scratcher. Like, who's going to be your backup now? I can't think of any player off the top of my head who's going to be the backup, but they're making Bradley Beal their point guard. This Suns team is going to be the team to beat. When I say that, I mean that they have so many stars on that team that it will be so amazing and a great feeling to beat them because they had so many stars on that team yet they couldn't pull it off. That's the kind of feeling that team should feel when they take on the Suns if they beat them. So, but yeah, Sabin Lee is their projected backup point guard. To be honest, I don't know much of him or what he does. Not sure.
He was a second-round pick from Vanderbilt. That's all I could tell you.
Okay, yeah, second-round pick too. That's also a more of a concern for the Phoenix Suns. But hey, look, they got stars galore: Booker, Beal, Durant, Ayton. If you want to call him a star, he is a first overall pick.
He averaged. So he played 23 games for the Suns, and he averaged 6.3 points, 2.8 assists, 2 rebounds. But he played 2 games with the 76ers, where he averaged 3 points in 5 minutes.
It's not terrible. It's just not enough time. It's a small sample size.
Yeah. I mean, they also have Eric Gordon, but obviously he's more of a 2. So
yeah, he's more of a
Lee
2.
is projected their backup point guard.
We'll see what happens with this team.
Suns are in a very win now mindset.
I like their offseason, though. Not
what
sure about
takes
this, though. Not sure about this move. But their offseason so far, with what they were able to salvage and make something out of nothing with the money that they don't really have, it's been pretty good for them. Aside from this strange move, I'll be honest.
I mean, they also got Drew Eubanks. So would you rather have Bull or Campaign with this Suns team? I'd rather have Campaign.
I'd rather have. Well, they have a backup size now. I mean, last year they had fucking Bismack Biyombo, who was like, no, Bismack Biyombo does not deserve a single minute in the NBA.
Not in the year 2023.
No, not in any year after 2016.
Yeah, there you go.
As soon as that Orlando Magic, as soon as they saw his performance in just 2 games against LeBron James and the Cavs, him grabbing rebounds left and right, 4 years, $70 million. There you go. So, no, absolutely not.
Well, don't forget, they also got the 6'10 GOAT, Yuta Watanabe.
He's a 3-point specialist. A great 3-point specialist, I might add.
It's true.
Not necessarily known for a rim protector. He's a floor spacer.
Nah, I know.
So, again, I'm glad. A Bol is a better option than Bismack Biyombo. BB is better than BB. Man.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Cut the Nets. We appreciate your time. You know what to do. Like it and subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss another edition of Cut the Nets podcast. Brian, my co-host, and Andy, our guest. We appreciate you guys. We're going to head into some NBA games. But yeah, like it. Guys.
Now.
Like it, please, man.
Like it.
Please.
We beg it. We're not begging. We're imploring. We command you. Like it. But yeah. Thanks for watching.